Hopefully we'll get some kittens to join. They were all over here playing just a little bit ago. Okay. So, let's see. Hang on. Before I start talking, let's make sure that I can be heard. I'm not just talking to myself again. And, okay, good sound. All right, that's fantastic. The news this week. Boy, I can't even think back to the beginning of the week. It was so long ago. So I'll just give you a quick update on the state of things. Most of these kids are adopted now. We've had January, Julian, and Greg have gone home. So we still have Holly. This is Monday, and Friday's around somewhere, plus their mom, Cal. I guess I've been told by Dawes that the adopter for Cal and Holly, we just haven't been able to get in touch with them again. So they say it's time to make sure that, or rather to look for another applicant for, I would say, at this point, I would definitely suggest Cal and Holly get adopted separately from each other. If one of the boys' adopters wanted to add on Mom, she gets along great with them. They love to play all day long. But ever since Holly's spay, she just hasn't been a big fan of Holly's. I'm hoping that'll change. I was working on them quite a bit yesterday, keeping them together, supervised, making sure that nothing went too far. And it seemed like good progress, actually. So, you know, it's probably not an inevitable thing that Callie's always going to have it out for Holly. And maybe getting her own spay on the 4th will make a difference to her. Who knows? But as long as we don't know, we're living in the question, and I can say the safest thing is to see them adopted separately. I don't know. I feel like they'll be fine, but I can't endorse that until I know for sure. So that's where we are. They're looking for a new adopter. I still have to line up one of the adoptions for the boys too. If you are the adopter that doesn't have a date set, I can't remember if it's Friday or Monday right now. Sorry, it's just the way my brain doesn't work. but one of them, I know I sent a private message to, and I need to follow up on just to make sure that we've got that date set. At least that's what I think. Okay, so that's this class. That's Calendar and her now 3 kittens left here. So when it comes to the other ones, they're doing great. Cuddles and her family. So for Cuddles' part, you might know that she had some bad poops, and her poops still aren't great, but they are much better. So I'm not super concerned about it. A lot of moms have diarrhea. It's a little bit unusual for them to keep making messes that are outside the litter box, like for instance in her little kitten's corner, but those are also on diminishing, so I feel like things are good. I already do have a call into Dr. K about it though from earlier in the week, and she did offer to get them some antibiotics if I feel like it. I don't feel like that's really going to be effective for anything, but I might. Then we have, and Cuddles, by the way, has come way around on being a friendly cat. I may have called her feral, but she's certainly not that. And I don't know if I would even go with semi-feral, but she is spicy. She's got her own rules, and she's not afraid to sort of hiss and swat at a person. But she's also super friendly and loving, and she already lets me pet her. Yesterday was a big milestone when I came in for breakfast. To give her breakfast. I don't know what they're playing with out there. They're making a lot of noise. Oh, I know what it is. It's one of the magnets fell off of this, and that they're batting it around in the kitchen. Let's see, where was I? I was talking about, it was yesterday in the morning when I went in to feed Cuddles. I actually think it was when I went in to take her food away, not to give her food, but it doesn't matter. Neither here nor there. Anyway, I went in, and as soon as I opened the door and went in, she jumped up from her kittens and trotted over to see me with her tail held high like a happy cat, and she even gets so excited she does like the tail shake thing that some cats do. So she was really excited to see me, and then I just leaned over and petted her, which is the biggest, that's a big problem for her. She doesn't like to have somebody leaning over her and being way above her and petting her all at the same time, but she was great with it, all purrs, not a hiss or a growl or anything from her at any point. So I felt like that was the real good sign of big progress. But on the other hand, we're not completely free of hisses and swats, so we're still figuring each other out a little bit, but I think she'll always be like that a little bit too. So just something for her adopter to have in mind. Now, I don't think it's anything big to deal with. A lot of people have cats that are semi-spicy and do great with them, and it's almost in a way more rewarding to have to learn how to have a good relationship with them, I think. But it's not actually that hard either. She was very easy. I did not expect it, from the description that we had of her. But what do you know? Okay, so that leaves us with Sky and Sky's family, and they are also doing great. Of course, the one that anybody would be most concerned with is Joyce, who was the smallest kitten ever born here. She's doing good with her gains. I still come in there and supplement her when I can. I feel like she's doing all right with just Mom, but it doesn't hurt when I've got the milk on hand to just, give her some now and then, and she usually ends up taking a little bit, but her gains are fine. So Friday is playing on top of the camera right now, so sorry about the shaky cam. Fry, what did you just, he just put a toy under the camera, and now he's going to try to dig it out. Oh boy. Well, it is what it is. It's just a little piece of cardboard. I think he's thrown it around. Now he's got it out. Maybe it's a piece of silvervine bark, perhaps. So that's Joyce, the smallest kitten. She's doing great. Great gains, no complaints. She doesn't really have her eyes open yet, but all of her brothers and sisters do, and even Alcove. And then this morning it was not Gable, the other one, Rafter. Rafter's eye has been a little bit irritated for several days now since it first opened up, and I'm concerned that it might be what's been going around. I think their mom started it, so they're likely to get it at some point from her directly. But that same thing that Greg had the red eye for several days, so I kind of suspect it's that. But also kittens get goopy eyes all the time, so it's nothing to be too worried about. The point being that this morning I took some time and cleaned it up and gave him just a little bit of terramycin in there, which is just an antibiotic for the eye. I don't even know that the antibiotic part of it is going to be super useful, although he was a little bit pussy, so probably. But also, I just think the fact that it's sort of it's a petroleum jelly-based product, and I feel like having that in there gives him like some eye lubrication that's got to feel good. So I think it's good all around. And I guess that's it. We've covered everything I can think of that's news for the week. I'm probably missing some stuff, but if it comes to me, it does. Of course, the DJ is also out of town now for 2 weeks. She left yesterday. She's still in flight. She just got on her plane in London for her connection, and I guess she's probably in the air and having a good time now. So I think that's everything now. All right. I see there's some debate over whether I correctly said Friday or Monday earlier, and I have no idea. I do frequently get the two confused. I have to stop and think about it every time, so if I got them wrong, it's on me. Okay,